Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're safe and well because that truly is the most important thing. It was a very awful thing that happened yesterday on Yom Kippur, of all things. It was clearly designed as a terror attack. It's in Manchester. That's not that far from us. I don't know if any of our friends are involved directly or indirectly, but I'm thinking of everybody who has been affected by this. Anyway, on with the work. Right, what have we got for you today? First thing is the GB MCL list has been updated. Now, I want to shout out to Catherine Terrell of BCF, who actually spotted this, because the HSE haven't publicised it yet. Now, knowing my luck, they're going to put it out about half an hour before my newsletter goes out with the news. But hey, so I'm just going to pop a link to the page where you can download the updated MCL. Now, apparently this is bringing in about 30, maybe 32 new items. And if you download the spreadsheet, there's a page that actually tells you what the changes are, that tracks them, and it's got all the details there. So as usual, go to that web page and download the updated spreadsheet. When I download the spreadsheet, I always make a note of what date I uploaded it. So, I can look back and go, oh yeah, that was that one. So I hope that's useful. Now, weirdly, and I don't quite know why, there's not been a lot of news out of the EU as far as I can tell. I may be wrong, but it hasn't crossed my desk. So instead, I thought you might like a couple of papers from consultants. Now, the first one is from Barkwith on, it's from Barkwith on, it's the fertilizers and the digital labeling. And the reason why it's important as well as interesting is because they're talking about things like the pros and cons and how digital labeling might work in that context. And they make a very good point that in the UK, more than 50% of farmers don't have internet access. So how's that one going to go? Just popping the link below there. But I think they've kind of maybe missed the most important thing, which is there is only one thing which will give you hazard information only using the package itself, and that is either a printed on or an affixed label. That's the only thing that goes with the material, cradle to grave, as it were. If you have any experience of going around a site that's closing, which is heartbreaking, and I hate doing it, but I've had to do it as part of permit surrender, you will know that you open a drawer or you open a cupboard in a lab and there's something and it's like, ooh, what's that? You walk around plant and you go, hang on, what's in this little cupboard here, or what's that sack there? Yes, only the label works. But it's still an interesting read anyway. Now, the second thing is, it's behind an email wall, but it's from Ricardo, and it's actually about the current state of play on detergents regulation in both GB and the EU. And it's actually a really useful one. If you're dealing with detergents, you're not quite sure what's happening, then again, I recommend that as well. So it's really nice to see other consultants, not just me with the newsletter and these videos, but actually thinking about what's going on and either providing helpful things like Ricardo or thought pieces like Barkwith. So well done to both of them. Right, so that's it in terms of work. Now, I did think when I heard of the attack on the synagogue, my almost immediate thought was the phrase, oh, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee, which is Psalm 122, verse 6. Can't remember if I've got that right. But there's a really beautiful anthem by Herbert Howells. Oh, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Which I thought might be appropriate at the moment. Which I'm just trying to type and write at the same time. And I'm going to pop that in here. I have put a funny video in today's newsletter as well, but I just don't feel it's appropriate for this video today. So that's it for me for today. Whatever you're doing, please do stay safe. And I hope to be able to chat to you again next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye.